It's 1 p.m. Cairo time. I'm Sarah Slim presenting to you the news bulletin on Nile TV International, starting with the headlines. Israel conducts raids on Gaza after killing Hamas chief Sinwar. Hezbollah says it will escalate war with Israel after Hamas leader killed. And Ukraine evacuates thousands from Kharkiv town. Welcome back to the news and details. Israeli occupation forces conducted raids on Gaza on Friday, pressing its year-long genocide war after dealing it a massive blow with the killing of its leader, Yahya Sinwar. According to Gaza's Civil Defense Agency, rescuers recovered the bodies of 3 Palestinian children from the rubble of their home in the north of the territory after it was hit at dawn. The Israel occupation military also said it was pressing its offensive in Jabalia, one of the focuses of the fighting in recent weeks, and where strikes killed at least 14 people. Hailing the killing of Sinwar, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the war wasn't over, but added that it was the beginning of the end. The Gaza genocide war has killed 42,438 Palestinians, the majority civilian women and children. Lebanon's Hezbollah group said on Friday it was moving to a new and escalating phase in its war against the Israeli occupation military, while Iran said the spirit of resistance will be strengthened after the killing of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar. Sinwar, who was named as Hamas overall leader following the assassination of political chief Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran in July, was believed to have been hiding in the warren of tunnels used by Hamas in Gaza. However, he was killed during a gun battle in southern Gaza by Israeli occupation troops who were initially unaware that they had caught Hamas' prominent figure. The occupation military released a drone video of what it said was Sinwar sitting on an armchair and covered in dust inside a destroyed building. Hamas hasn't made any comment itself, but sources within the group have said the indications they have seen suggest Sinwar was indeed killed by Israeli occupation troops. Lebanon's caretaker prime minister said on Friday he rejected Iranian interference in a Lebanese matter after the speaker of Iran's parliament said Tehran was ready to negotiate with France on implementing a UN resolution concerning southern Lebanon. UN Resolution 1701, adopted in 2006, calls for the border area of southern Lebanon to be free of weapons or troops other than those of the Lebanese state, with the aim of keeping peace on the border with Israel. The Speaker of Iran's Parliament, Mohammad Baqir Ghalibaf, made his comments in an interview published on Thursday. Prime Minister Najib Mikati said that negotiating to implement UN Resolution 1701 was a matter for the Lebanese state. U.S. President Joe Biden and European leaders meeting during his farewell visit to Germany on Friday were expected to renew calls for a Gaza ceasefire after the Israeli occupation military said it killed Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar. While still on Air Force One, Biden claimed it removed a key obstacle to a Gaza ceasefire and hostage deal. Biden, the German, British and French leaders were also set to pledge their sustained military support for Ukraine as it fights off Russia's invasion. Biden arrived late Thursday for the Berlin visit, just weeks ahead of a U.S. election in which allies are nervously eyeing a possible return of Donald Trump to the White House. Ukraine on Friday said it was evacuating thousands of people from an embattled northeastern town that Kiev retook from Russia about 6 months after Moscow launched its invasion in 2022. Kupiansk, a key rail hub in northeastern Kharkiv region, has suffered deadly shelling attacks in recent months as Moscow's forces get within a few kilometers of the town. The region's governor had warned that authorities were no longer able to guarantee electricity and water to residents due to constant shelling and ordered all civilians in Kupiansk and 3 nearby communities to leave. Kupiansk was seized by Moscow shortly after it invaded Ukraine in February 2022, and Ukrainian forces retook it around 6 months later. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has described South Korea as a foreign and hostile nation. The announcement comes a day after North Korea amended its constitution to designate South Korea a hostile state and dropped the unification of the two countries as a goal. These steps punctuated Kim's calls for North Korea to abandon its long-standing goals of reconciling with the South and reflect the intent to escalate tensions and increase leverage amid a deepening stalemate in diplomacy. The move poses increasing risks of possible clashes around the rivals' tense border areas, although it would be highly unlikely for the North to contemplate full-scale attacks in the face of superior US and South Korean forces. That's all for now. Stay tuned for the coming updates on the top of the hour. Thank you for watching.